Hello everyone, Jordan Gilbert here. This is my Lab 5 demo of my ESP8266 Weather Station. So, hardware block diagram. Got the Node MCU V2 board with the ESP8266 using Wi-Fi, grabbing time via NTP server, as well as using the Open Weather Map API for grabbing the current weather, as well as a 3-day forecast. All that's displayed on the onboard OLED display, which is a little 128 by 64 display connected via I2C. I also decided to grab indoor temp and humidity using the DHT11 sensor. Serial monitor, basically just outputting serial data, printing out various things. And then I'm also using a config.json file stored in the flash using a little fs for Wi-Fi configuration, open weather map API key, latitude, longitude, stuff like that. Look at the software sequence. So little fs mount at the beginning, load config.json if there's one already there, init the OLED. Wi-Fi manager uses the data that's stored in the config.json if there's one available. If there's not, or if it has issues connecting to the Wi-Fi credentials stored, it'll spin up an access point portal where you can log in to the board directly via Wi-Fi to configure all that. Once you've done that, save, done that, or if the saved config that's already loaded, if you connect to the Wi-Fi via that, then just continue through. Grab NTP time, DHT11 sensor read, init frames and overlays for the OLED, and then do an initial weather fetch. From there, basically just looping through, checking if we need to update weather. That happens every 20 minutes, and I only do that if the frame is fixed. So basically, if we're not transitioning between frames and the OLED. Every 10 seconds, I grab a new reading from the DHT sensor, and then at the end of that, just update the UI. So basically, render the active frame. And you could do more if that happens faster than the target, which I think is like 30 frames per second is what it shows. But I'm not doing anything else, so this is kind of like a dead end, but I left it in there because it's kind of from the weather station demo from the library that I used. So look at the live demo here. On the left here, I just took some screenshots here. I already logged in. I'm not going to do that on camera. Obviously, I'm not going to log into my Wi-Fi and show the open API key. But basically, this is what will show up weather station access point. You can connect to this directly via Wi-Fi, and then open up a browser, and you get this. This is basically like the home screen of it, and you can click this configure Wi-Fi button, which allows you to basically tell it what network you want to log into. And I also added some things so you can configure the open weather map API key as well as latitude and longitude. And then once you hit save, it saves those things to Flash and the config.json, and then reboots. And then from there on, as long as it doesn't fail to connect to the Wi-Fi for too long, then it'll just connect automatically on startup. I'll do a little reset here on the board so you can kind of see what the boot screen looks like. Gives you a little bar connecting to Wi-Fi, and then it kind of goes through the rest pretty quick of updating the forecast and stuff. But the first screen shows time and date. That's the first frame, I should say. The second frame is current weather. So where I'm at's 47 degrees. Here's a 3-day forecast. And then the last screen is the indoor climate. So right now my sensor's reading at 79. A little hot in my office, I guess. But yeah, and then at the bottom that's what's called an overlay. I basically just have that constant on all the frames, and it just shows current time, current temperature outside, and then what frame is being actively displayed. All right, yep, that's my Lab 5 demo. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks.